We fell out of love like shooting stars came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you.
Alright, hey guys, welcome back. So we are doing a fall warm smoky eye to kick off fall. And first we're going to prime our lids using the NYX HD primer. And I'm just buffing that in with a brush that I did not realize had glitter on it. So use a clean brush. And then we're going to be taking Soft Spoken from NYX. You can definitely skip this step. I thought this was going to be like a little bit darker, but it ended up being way too pale and ashy, so you definitely can just skip that, don't do it. Next, I'm going to be taking this warm creamsicle shade from the Morphe 35OS on a Coastal Scents blending brush and running that in the upper crease, kind of to get rid of the blush that we used earlier, before going in with two shades over to the left from that color, which is a slightly more orange-red tone, and I'm taking that on a Morphe M433. After blending that out, I'm taking that Coastal Scents brush again and just buffing out any harsh lines that I may have had in the blending process. And then I'm going to move on with this dark red shade. It's kind of an orange red, but this is the one directly above that other color. And I'm applying that in the outermost corner and the inner corner with a Bdellium Tools pencil brush. And then I'm really just carving out the crease, putting that into the fold of the eye. And then I'm going to blend that out using the M433 again. After that is blended out, we're going to take this dark burgundy shade. It's kind of like, actually it's not burgundy, it's more of a brick shade from the same palette and same brush, and we're doing the exact same placement, just in the inner corner and then the outer corner, and kind of carving out at the crease. Then after we have applied that, we're going to blend that out using the Morphe M433 again. And we're just going to buff this in, making sure there's no harsh edges, and then taking a completely clean brush to further out the blending. Next, we're going into the Coastal Scents 252 Ultimate Palette, and we're going to be taking this bright-ass motherfucking orange with this yellow, and we're going to mix those together and run that in the same areas that we placed the other colors. I was finding that I was getting a little too pink and red, so I wanted to add a little more warmth to it by using that yellow shade. And yeah, so placing that on both sides of the eye before blending out with a clean brush. Next, I'm going to go into the same palette with that dark, bright red, and I'm going to do the exact same placement in the inner and outer corner, and then into the mobile lid. And then I'm going to blend that out using a Real Techniques blending brush, just making sure everything is nice and diffused. Then I'm going to go in with a pale matte yellow from the same palette and brush this onto the brow bone, and then using it to blend out the crease, just making sure there's no harsh edges before going in with this dark plum brown shade. The thing I find it closest to is Aubergine by Anastasia or Deep Damson by MAC, but this is more brown toned and less purple than those two. After applying that, I'm going to go in with a Royal Langnickel blending brush and just go right into the crease to make sure everything is blended out, and also to spread out that brown and just deepen everything up a little bit before blending that out with another clean brush. And this is a Morphe G something, I can't remember what number this is, but this is a blending brush from Morphe, and it's completely clean and has no product. Now we're going to lay down the base for our shimmer shades, and I'm taking Dose of Colors Shell. This is a cream shadow. We are not using the pigment below it, but just using the cream as a base and applying this just on the mobile lid. Next, I'm going to be taking a shadow from my line, and this is a bright champagne, like pale gold shade, and I'm patting this all onto my lid, and I did get some of that shadow onto my crease just because, I mean, my eye moves and the cream got on there, but that's okay, we're going to blend that out. So just pack that color on. Then going into the Morphe 35OS palette, we're taking the darkest shimmer shade and patting that all on top just to make this a little more muted and less gold and more fall appropriate. Now I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just go right into the crease to get rid of that shine that transferred up into the crease, and I'm just going to buff that away until it's less noticeable. Unfortunately, that was the cream shadow, so I can't get rid of it entirely, but we'll do our best. Now we're going to use the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and this is the shade Sand, and it's way too light for me, but that's fine, we make it work. And I'm just stamping that on and just blending it in with one of the Artiste dupe brushes before going in with my concealer, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me, also in a shade too light for me. I haven't gone makeup shopping in a while, so I'm just using what I have on hand, and I forgot that I went on vacation, so these are definitely too light for me, so just use what works for you. And I'm just going to brush that in using, again, the Artiste dupe brush, and because my face is looking a little too like ashy, I'm going to take the Chanel Le Beige setting powder, or no, this is the Poudre Universal Libre in the shade 50 Beige, and I'm just setting my under eye with this instead of the Coty Airspun because that sometimes can give a white cast, so this will bring a little bit of color back into my face. And then I'm just going to bronze using the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light bronzing powder, and I'm running that down my neck using a this is a Morphe brush, and I'm also going to hit that around the perimeter of my face, and I'm definitely using this a little more liberally than I would normally just because that foundation was a little light on me, so just bringing back some warmth into the skin. Moving forward, we are going to take the e.l.f. blush palette. This is the darker one, and I'm taking the cranberry shade and very lightly hitting the apples of the cheeks and brushing it back before going in with the LA Colors I Heart Makeup Contour palette and taking the gray shade and hollowing out the cheeks with the Sigma F40 angled contour brush. And now we have a little more Shameless Self promo with one of my highlighters from my line also. It's very similar to the eyeshadow that we used earlier, and I'm just brushing that on the high points of my cheek, as well as my Cupid's bow, and then just down the bridge of my nose and brow bone. And then I'm going to go in and contour my nose using the same contour powder and a Morphe flat top kabuki brush, and then I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit, or no, actually then I'm going to use the same pencil brush that I used earlier, and we are going to just kind of work that into the lower lash line to define that area with the same colors. Now we're going to zoom in and do the brows using the NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Espresso, and I'm just filling in the brows. I'm using this today instead of a brow pencil. Because it is fall, makeup tends to be a little heavier in the cooler months, so I'm going in for a more sculpted look than I would normally wear. And I'm going to zoom, or fast forward through that really quick before going in with the Deuce Cosmetics Ultra Precision Eyeliner in the shade 005 Black, and I'm running that in my upper waterline and just tightlining, and then after I have finished filling that in, I'm just going to kind of squint and crunch my eyes together so I can transfer some of that product to my lower lash line. Then we're going in with the Lancome Definiseal mascara. This is just a sample, and I'm not being careful with this because we're going to put falsies on, and I'm also applying this on the lower lash line before going in with my velour falsies. I unfortunately do not know what model or what model these are or what style these are, but I will link that down below. And this is the finished eye look. And then we're going to move on to lips. So I'm taking Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Brick. Yes, I only have one nail done, but it's fine. And we're just going to fill in the lips, and I am overfilling ever so slightly. I mean, not ever, I mean kind of a lot, but it's okay. And that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look. I will see you all in my next one, and yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. It's time to model for you.
We fall out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. Say your heart, say your mind, say all you want. I won't let you go, can't let you slide. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I'll be right beside you. We fall out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down,